Everybody, what's going on? John Marie here, aka Nunu, coming at you with some quarantine crafting. So I went outside and decided to come back in. It was kind of rainy and gloomy, so I didn't want to drive. So I'm going to work on a few more of these. They have my little brush holders and such. Um, so what you're going to need for this, if you're into crafting and recycling things, you can definitely get, this is an old jar that had instant coffee. Here are some flowers that I had there, false flowers. And then I've got a glue gun with the glue sticks, and if you have any type of rhinestones or, let's see if I don't, rhinestone stones, whatever, glitter or whatever, so it's here. Alright, so first thing I'm going to do is I pulled it apart from the stem. Right, just do so. And then what I do, you're going to definitely need some scissors. I cut it on an angle, each petal. So I'm doing it on the angle, depending on the placement. This particular style I'm doing, it's going to be on an angle, so it'd be better. But you can place it any way you want. This is just an idea. You let your creativity work for you. Alright, so I'm just cutting those there, pulling them off. These things are chill. Alright, so I'm just cutting it there, a little bit on an angle. Pull it apart as much as I can. There. And the good thing about it is there's a little bit of a bend in there because there's like a little stem. So you can maneuver it a little bit, not very much. Alright, so let me that's about 2, 3, 4, it's about 6 petals. There. Oh. So I have some, I'm going to do another one. So if you were doing it depending on your design, you could cut it straight ways. Either way, it'll work. So you could just cut it that way. You could just go through it. We'll see how it goes. The good thing is, it's yours, so you amend it the way you want. Yeah, it's a little bit harder to cut because I'm cutting on that plastic part that I said that makes it bendable. Alright, so if you haven't used a glue gun before, the one that feeds is much easier, and you can let it wait about 5 minutes and it'll be ready to go. Be very careful because it will burn you. Alright, and as you start going and you're squeezing it, you notice when it starts running down, you just feed in another stick, and I will show you, and by the time you get to it, it should be good to go. Alright, in that time you can just kind of adjust, pull out your other stuff. Okay, so, alright, like I said, so all this part is really hot and everything. What I'm going to do is squirt out a little bit. I usually just go around. We'll do 2. You do have to work quickly because it dries very, very quickly. Alright, so the part with the stem is on the, I'm going to put on there, towards the glass. Okay, and I just kind of start that way and kind of scatty corner them that way. Alright, we'll try 3, see if I can move quick. We'll try 4. Alright. Okay. And just place them on, stick them. And that's kind of why you have to have everything ready, which is why I cut them first. Oh, I waited too long. I think that one dried. Ooh, and the fan is blowing. That doesn't exactly help. But that's alright. We'll just... Oh, it was this part. It was on this... That didn't work. Don't do that. Alright, we'll stick to 2. Like I said, it won't take long at all to dry. Alright, and I just kind of have them going around. Don't worry about it being perfect. That's the thing about it. It's fun. It's a craft. And the next one you'll do, each one you do will be better. So the first time you're like, ooh. All right, again, stick it on there. Now you just go around. Please be careful when using this. All right, so as you can see there, it's starting to, you'll see it'll start to be slower coming out. So that means it's time to, see, there's barely anything coming out. It's time to fill it. So I'm just, why'd I pick it from there and I have some right here? All right, so I'm gonna put that down for a minute. Press, everything's good. I'm gonna overlap them in a minute. Let me get the rest of my ones here. Alright, so all you have to do with the gun, this particular one is the Gorilla Glue one, and just feed it in there as you can see, and that just pushes it in and it continues to melt and you're good to go. If there's a space, just slide it there. But again, be very careful because it is hot. Alright, so let's go here. And I'm just doing little beads and just kind of going around because it, like as you can see, it's just kind of hanging. And like I said, that stuff is hot. And initially making contact, you will burn yourself. Now, if this was kind of the design that you wanted, you could just get some starch and spray it and let it just dry like that. Totally up to you. It's your creativity and just kind of giving you some ideas. And it's a good way to recycle too. So I've had these glass jars for a while, and I was like, I need to do something with it. I didn't really want to do all like beads because I don't have the patience for that, and I wanted it to be a little bit different. So let's do a few more. Do one here. All right, so we're just again, and I'm just kind of putting it on an angle. Now, if you have rhinestones, if you have glitter, if you have beads, that variation, that'll be up to you, how you want to do it. Totally up to you. But it's just a nice way to decorate what should be ordinary, just ones there. All right, so I pretty much went all the way around. And as you can see, let me grab the other one. It looks very abstract. It looks nothing like this. So, and you can start off, you can do each one and fold it and then put the hot oil there, or you could do each individual one. Totally up to you. I'm just doing it differently this way. So you could put it on the end of the petal, or you can put it in the place of where it's going to go. And then what you're going to do is just bend it a little bit up and press it there. Cool. All right, and then you start to see it's kind of coming together. All right, I found this way a little bit easier. Okay, there, there, there. So we'll do 3. We won't do more than 3. And you'll go back to the first one, overlap it. There, you still can starch this if you want for it to stay. All right, as you can see, it's just starting to really look better. All right, and you repeat the steps until all of your petals are glued down. All right, and I'm just, like I said, doing just a little bead. And that's also if you're a beginner with, oh, I touched the glue. If you are a beginner with the hot glue gun, that's a good way to start. Because once you press it down, it's going to spread. So you don't really need a lot. If you have to go back, then go back. But work with the little you have. Get a handle on the gun. And then go from there. And then what you can kind of do is just kind of catty corner it the way you want into different places. And I see where I missed it, which is cool. Alright, let's go here, this end. And the green plastics that you have, the leaves, You can stick those in, if like say if you run out of petals and you still don't like want really the glass showing, you can just go in the spaces and stick it inside there. All right, so I have a few that's sticking up there. So this I just wanted to show you with the leaf part and the petals. Okay, so this one I just want to overlap where we're starting, and this one up here. Okay, this one needs to come down a little bit more, so sometimes I press it with the gun, so I don't really have to touch much of anything. Okay, here's another one here. All right, you can do that. There. And there it is. So that's just that part of the thing. Like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's just decorative. And then you let it dry down. And like I said, you could put twine around it or beads or so forth. And that's on your way starting to there. So that's just a little variation of it, but it's a good way if you get like I said, the fake flowers. Sometimes you get it with a card and you're like, I want to keep it. I don't want to throw it away. So that's just the ways you can do that. And that was, I bought the glue gun in that, but the coffee jar was $1, and the flowers were probably about $1 too. The twine you can get for less than $2, and then you just get a glue gun and reinvest. And you can go into like Dollar Tree, Family Dollar, any place that has clearance on arts and crafts, like some of those craft stores closed, and get some stuff, or even stuff that you have around the house, and make your creation your own. If you have logos, you can put your logo around and maybe make that the frame, and good to go. Alrighty.